Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hey Lance, welcome. Here's some new ones. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, There's a nice one too.
Ain't no ball like me.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Haribo, there she is. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Let's see what else we got.
The most auspicious academic option Radharani.
You got that one.
Anabolic beat.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Let's try. Here we go.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yeah. Those were from a different phone, actually.
Bluetooth connected.
From my old phone. I'll try another one here. Okay, now let's just let's jam a little japa together with this beat here. Just kind of feel like a regular beat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's a little hard on my voice sometimes when I sing too much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Oh my Lord Krishna, Krishna Radha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Man, what a journey this chanting's been. I love it, man. It's getting better every year. Every day, actually. This is the most valuable treasure, man. I've never found anything worth more than this, man. This is so great. Instant feel good, man. Literally instant feel good. Put a smile on everybody's face, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Bol. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, let's read some stuff now. Oops.
Thanks for using.
This Maha Mantra is so amazing, man. It just has been increasing over the years, just getting, more and more deep, more and more interesting, more and more like real, and available. Also very easily available, the ecstatic. So, it's a practice. You can just keep, it's like, instead of developing fruit of activity, you develop this devotional relationship with God. See, it's so putting our energy this way. It's really great. And more intimacy. And you find out this is really the fruit of stuff, doing stuff and all. It's okay. But this is real. This is eternal. And this is going on forever, man. Yeah, I mean, I could see why Haridas was going around all day long, just going down the banks by the river, and chanting and ecstasy. I could go there soon, maybe. Into that kind of thing, maybe.
You're almost there. I mean, you kind of are there.
Yeah. Well, if I just reduce my like less needs, less things, then I can, do it maybe more. But anyway, whether you do it, like all the time or even a few times a day, like really into it, man, it's so great. It's so lucrative. It's really, you see, this that God likes this better than anything. You see, because you can feel it. You feel what God loves. It's in there. People don't really know. They feel there's God over there and he's out there somewhere, but he's really close. He's like, and this mantra takes down all the boundaries, all the veils. All of a sudden, then it's just you're really close. You're just relating. I can't believe that the Lord is why me? Why God? This is so great, man. It's so great to share it too with others. Get them also and encourage people. Yeah, just keep going, man. Just gonna get better. Forever. This you don't need to go to this path and that path and that. Just go deep into this forever. That's what I've discovered. You don't have to go to this and then that one and that one. And just go deep. Okay. Hare Krishna. Well, you were talking about Haridas this morning. Let's go on with that here. About this time, Haridas came to Navadweep. His body glowed with pure devotion for the Supreme Lord. Now I will narrate the wonderful activities of Sri Haridas Thakur. Whoever hears this narration will receive the full shelter of Lord Krishna, especially when you hear it from his associates. Sri Haridas Thakur was born in a village called Budana, and because of his presence there, many people became purified. Oh, glories to Haridas Thakur. Oh, glories to Haridas Thakur. Oh, my God. Sri Haridas Thakur was born in a village called Budana. Because of his presence there, many people became purified and took up chanting the holy name. See, purified by seeing the devotee, hearing them chant. And then you take up chanting the holy name yourself, too. It's great. After some years, he left his village and traveled to a place near the river Ganga. He finally settled in the village of Pulya. Near Shantipur. Advaita Acharya Prabhu was overjoyed to meet Srila Haridas Thakur in Navadweep and expressed his joy by roaring loudly. Haridas Thakur was similarly swept away by the waves of ecstatic Krishna prema. In the transcendental company of Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Sri Haridas Thakur passed his times wandering on the banks of the Ganga, chanting the name of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Haridas had absolutely no attraction for material enjoyment. The holy name of Lord Krishna continuously vibrated on his tongue, creating an extraordinary beauty. Never for a moment did he feel any apathy towards his chanting of the holy name of Krishna. He remained always absorbed, tasting the nectar of devotional service. He occasionally danced in ecstasy or cried in lamentation, while at other times he lay still in a state of unconsciousness. Sometimes he spoke in mysterious languages and later explained the meaning of his words. It's like speaking in tongues and explaining them. Isn't that amazing, huh? All the ecstatic symptoms of love of Krishna were manifested in him. Profuse crying, horripilation, laughing, fainting, and perspiration, etc. It was common to see Sri Das Thakur dancing while he sang out the glories of Lord Krishna's name. People would gather around him just to see the unrestricted tears of Krishna prema that flowed profusely from his eyes, drenching his entire body. So, Tom, you got your book out?
Yeah, I can take. I have to put it on screen. Yes.
On screen? No, this is this book. Don't you? Do you have this book? This one?
Yes, I have.
And we got one coming for you, Sachi, too, soon.
It's already here.
You got it. Oh, she sent
Done
it.
it. Oh, she sent it a long time ago.
Oh, she did. Great.
Can you tell me the page?
Yeah, page 193.
I've been relishing it. I haven't opened it up yet. Her little note.
Oh, great. Yeah, on the local Muslim magistrate.
Jai Shri Haridas. Thank you.
Oh, actually, in the village. It's the one, the paragraph before. In the village.
In the village.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadada, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadada, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. In the village of Pulija, even the ritualistic Brahmins were sincerely impressed, if not astonished, by Srila Das Thakura's spiritual ecstasies. In the village of Pulija, even the ritualistic Brahmins were sincerely impressed, if not astonished, by Srila Das Thakura's spiritual ecstasies. The people of the village held the saint in full respect. The people of the village held the saint in full respect, and having won their trust, he lived there quite peacefully. And having won their trust, he lived there quite peacefully. He bathed daily in the Ganga and roamed freely, chanting the Lord's holy name. He bathed daily in the Ganga and roamed freely, chanting the Lord's holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Wow. The local Muslim magistrate authority known as the Qazi became envious of Haridas Thakura's popularity and reported to the Nawab, the ruling Muslim landholder, "This man is acting like a Hindu." The local Muslim magistrate authority known as the Qazi became envious of Haridas Thakura's popularity and reported to the Nawab, the ruling Muslim landholder, "This man is acting like a Hindu."
Yeah, don't keep in this case, just keep the flow going. Don't each sentence 2 times. 1 time is enough.
Okay. Arrest him and punish him appropriately. The envious words of the sinful Qazi sparked an immediate response from the equally sinful Nawab, and Haridas Thakura was arrested and brought forth. Having received the mercy of Lord Krishna, Haridas had neither fear of the Muslim authorities nor even of death itself. With the name of the Lord on his lips, Haridas appeared before the Nawab. When devotees and other pious persons in the locality of the Nawab's palace heard that the saint Haridas was coming, they were extremely happy. But when they subsequently learned that he was coming as a captive of the Muslim ruler, they were horrified. Previously, many religious people had been terrorized and incarcerated by the Muslims. These prisoners were happy to learn that Haridas might be joining them. His presence in their miserable situation would certainly eradicate their suffering. The prisoners even requested the prison wardens to allow them unrestricted association with Srila Haridas. When Srila Thakura was brought into the prison, he looked compassionately at all the prisoners, who immediately prostrated themselves at his lotus feet. His long, graceful arms, which extended to his knees, his lotus eyes, and his charming, moon-like face enchanted everyone. They offered their most sincere respect to the saint, and love for Krishna stirred in their hearts. Srila Haridas Thakura was pleased with the tremendous devotion that had grown in the hearts of the prisoners, and he blessed them. Just remain as you are. However, the miserable prisoners could not grasp the depth of that blessing, and they felt quite dejected. Haridas could see their misunderstanding and compassionately explained to them himself, "My blessing to you is that you will remain as you are, but please do not feel dejected. I could never wish you any misfortune. I simply desire that the love you feel now for Krishna should always remain the same. From now on, chant Lord Krishna's name and constantly remember his pastimes, inspiring one another to retain your present devotion to Krishna."
Keep going.
Violence and tyranny are absent in the spiritual world. Violence and tyranny are absent in the spiritual world, so sincerely cry out for Krishna's help and constantly think of him. When you are released from this prison, neither return to your old materialistic ways, nor associate with degraded or sinful people, because one can never cultivate love for the Supreme Lord Krishna by living a mundane life. You should know that Krishna is unobtainable for the materialistic person.
See, this is a fantastic instruction because, see, they got purified seeing Haridas to the point where they were feeling this love. And he's saying, oh, be as you are, stay like this, keep chanting and see, now you can water it. They got Bhakti Lata Bij that by being close to Haridas, and he was a powerful chanter, man. And he said, yeah, just stay like this. Just keep cultivating, keep watering. Don't go back into the mundane world, with intimacy with, people can work. I TC material people all day long. My heart ain't there. I try and help them and be nice and stuff like that. But, it's real, man. This is real. And look, we got real friends here. See, substantial friends here. People that are on the spiritual path now. This is really, for years I was, more or less alone. You remember, Sachi, I'd be just traveling around, staying in the motorhome. That's fine. And you wonder when the devotional community would happen. I said, well, let's see. And here it is. Even though we're just on a cyber thing, mostly, still, it's wonderful, because this is the food. This is, we getting what people usually get in their relationships to stay in the mundane world. We're also getting this spiritual sustenance, which keeps us growing more. I feel nourished here. It's really amazing. A lot of people, don't have this. This is, a lot of people don't have this kind of association, spiritual, and now things are being, we talked about this morning, being pushed down. See, pushed down, and we're pushing up. This is Krishna's pushing up, raising our consciousness, even at this kind of time. It's amazing. Yeah. Go ahead. I have to start my generator here, and I'll be listening. I got to get some juice here. We got some rain coming out. Okay.
A materially engrossed mind is shaped by unwanted, mischievous desires. The attachment for wife, children, family, and other such illusions brings about destruction. If by divine arrangement any person reaches the platform of pure devotion towards Krishna, certainly realizations dawn upon him as he gradually becomes detached from material life.
Isn't that nice? That's what happens here. People getting realizations. This is wonderful.
One thing I'm noticing though in my life is that there at the same time there's some detachment from material life occurring. What I do, what I am involved with, I can appreciate a whole lot more.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
If by divine arrangement any person reaches the platform of pure devotion towards Krishna, certain realizations dawn upon him as he gradually becomes detached from material life, giving himself instead to the worship of the Supreme Lord. However, if that person returns to materialistic life, his mind will certainly become contaminated by capricious, mischievous desires. I certainly do not want you to remain prisoners forever, but I do pray that you develop a distaste for material pleasures. Please chant the holy name of the Lord. My blessing.
Can I say something? That
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
seems like the opposite of what I just said. He's saying, if you return to material life, please develop a distaste for the material pleasures. But what I'm noticing is that I guess it's not the opposite. It's like I'm not seeking out pleasures, but when I do have involvement, like, say my neighbor's cats are out, and I go over and pet them, and I enjoy them, more.
Hey, look at this girl. Long time no see.
Hare Krishna. I see you every day, Guru Maharaj.
I know, but I want to see you.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare
Nice to
Krishna.
associate with you.
Yeah.
Shyam-san.
Yes, I wanted to see your actual form. It's great. Yeah. Go ahead, Sachi.
The first layer is a bit exhausted, but I know what you meant. It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah. Did you finish, Sachi? You wanted to say some more?
No, forget it.
Okay, Shama-san, give us a report here. It's been a while. Let's hear a report. How are you experiencing things, life, devotional service, the world?
Inwards. Yeah, thank you for asking. It's basically what is happening. Everything is happening inwards, and it's very narrow. So lately, I got everything from Krishna what I asked for, and now it's like my turn. I need to stand up to those things which I just got it, and it costs me going all the time out of my comfort zone. Yeah, so basically it's like a little battle with ego all the time, like leaving some layers go like constant transformation, and yeah, it takes me a lot of time and energy, but I'm talking all the time with Krishna, morning, evening. There are some nice meditations, and I feel a response all the time. And I'm really grateful that here is this place which you create, Guru Maharaj, because I jump here over and 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 over every time when I have just time, and I need to admit that I charge my soul here, and I say, okay, there are here, everything is stable, this is real. Sometimes I'm angry, because I have to do things and transform myself, and I just don't know, should I do this in English, in German, in Polish, what should I do? And I learn all this stuff, and it took me so much time, and I have to go to people and sell it, in these three languages. It's all messed up in my head, it's burning. But at the same time, it's the way I want it. That it's the price to have a little bit better life than in this material mess, on my terms. But it cost me go out of comfort zone. But every day I adjust to Krishna. Every day I use my Swaro, the Maha Mantra. And I need to say also, I want to share that this relationship, I know that this is because I listened to you almost 2 years, but it's very settled. I mean, God is very merciful to me. Sometimes I listen to you when you reply what is going on in the world. My experience, my life, it's completely different. I have such a mercy. The people who surround me, who loved me, who helped me, even the new people who are coming, and they say, hey, you are perfect like you are. Come here and teach this yoga in this studio, English, German. And I am like, I have it. And I talk all the time to Krishna, and I'm getting signs, signs in every minute of the day that go in this direction, go in this direction. So one problem what I have in my life, it's my own ego, my own fears, my own traumas, which are popping out like on the screen, and I'm just doing check. But this, I feel at home, in my heart with my God, with you guys, that I found my place. I'm so grateful that I can listen and I can have this bliss from you. It's so it's challenging, it's exciting, it's I feel alive, okay, even with the stress. And but I would never do this. I would never have confidence and power to do this without God in my heart, without this realization, without this boat, without this home. Never ever, seriously. Thank you.
That's great. That's a rare.
This is what I'm doing. And it's going deeper, all the time deeper, and so ego is really.
Yeah, it's just part of the growth, Just
Part of the party, yeah.
Yeah, part of the party, man. It's fine. Yeah. So yeah.
How are you doing, Guru Maharaj?
Really good, man. It's good, man. We got this great spot too. It's so nice to do devotionals. I got right next door here. Right next door, I have my own personal. I have three tubs, man, of different temperatures, whatever one I want. Cool, hot, medium. Right here, just onto my right side, and beautiful stars at night. A nice little, whatever this thing is, bus or camper. And everyday devotional activities and association with
You rock. I noticed, I think 1 week ago, the lecture was like 7 hours or 6.
Really?
Yeah, there was one day when you went for 6 hours.
Oh my!
You rock.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it's just so great. The classes are every day is better. I mean, I said every day is better all the way in Goa. I remember saying to Janaki every day, wow, it's better today. How can this be that it gets, and they're like really top every time. It's like they're great. And then not every day is better, but generally it's increasing. It's like a magic, it's like a miracle. How?
Yeah,
How?
this our Father, our God quality.
Mm.
It's just enough to talk about Him, and everything is lighting up. And right now, people are waking up globally. Yes, they are coming clear with emotions and traumas, and that they know already. They notice that they are soul consciousness,
Mhm.
but it's not super attractive. But when there is a one person who mentioned somebody, for example, that she lives or he lives with God, this is suddenly okay. This person is on the right track. Of course, here is the essence. Here is the highest. Here you have this personal pastimes, mellows, and experience and
No.
devotees.
Yeah.
No, this is my opinion. This is my
Yeah.
opinion.
No.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
here you have everything. Here you have realized people who knows who they are and who knows who is God. But I'm talking what I observe. That there
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
people that are waking up. It's
Waking up.
nice.
Yeah.
It's super. But sometimes I met also people who live with God, who claim they live with God, and suddenly they are more attractive.
Yeah, I see the same thing. I think it's great. Anybody even mentions the name God, I feel great. You know, it's like, yeah, this was about, God. You know,
We have
he's
something in
he's
common.
yeah. Yeah. Even when, like, sometimes I used to go to these movies about God. There was one with was it Jim Carrey or something? And
Yeah.
yeah, that one. It was like just to hear the name God and just there was some relation. It was actually a funny movie. It was like Vrindavan because he plays, these funny that he gets to play God for a day and answer God's the prayers for all these people sitting on the internet, typing, they're trying to answer all these prayers. Everybody's praying.
And actually, Jim Carrey woke up. He was talking a
Yeah,
lot about this consciousness. Maybe those movie,
yeah,
maybe those, you never know. But God is really mysterious. He's serving all the time lessons.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
when you think that something is stressed or something
Oh,
is
yeah,
bad, there is always the lesson. It's
yeah,
always to push you
yeah, yeah,
towards
yeah.
Him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, because everything is like, God is he's super consciousness. And even though there's this kind of, this is like this dark pastime of his here, there's always something behind it. You can receive that in Bhagavatam. Like Prahlad Maharaj, you think this is demoniac stuff happening. This, it was 1,000 times worse. And then the whole thing it all became uh, a beautiful thing, that God himself came here in a form that was never seen before and saved the day as usual. Yeah. Yeah. It's always at a time when the good, even the demigod, without the help of the Lord, we can't do anything. See, this is the thing. People got to know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, and so even these demigod types, the good people, they get a little puffed up. They think they start to forget, and they, because they're comfortable and all this, and they got to start calling God to have the power to get through these things. And I mean, I know I have to. Just to me, it's a great opportunity to depend more on Krishna and my Lord Chaitanya, Krishna, and the Parampara and the devotee. Oh, it's a great opportunity when you can't go anywhere else. Well, you can, but I've already done enough of that. So I got to go to Krishna and Jesus and Lord Chaitanya and all those persons. Yeah.
Resting in those names. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
What is
Go
the
ahead. I
song?
got it. Yeah, it's my thing.
Yeah, there is no doubts that it's better go and take hand of God and really listen His cues, but as sometimes ego when we start to see more, the ego is puffing up. like you said, this is very dangerous. That's why this is a trust test. If you trust, if this is real, if this Krishna and those planets and this Vedic knowledge of this is real. I remember when my Diksha Guru asked me, I was dishing dishes in a kitchen, and he came to me and he asked, according to my yoga journey, he asked me, I'm interested in when you will succeed, when you will succeed if you will stay here. So he was suspicious when I will get succeed in my yoga journey, if I will still interested to serve him.
Yeah.
So
well, you see, that's yeah. See, that thing is, it's actually, he's right about that, but the thing I'm noticing too is, if you have something that's real attractive, Krishna is real attractive, and if he's really attracting you and those who are sincere, so he's right in that sense. He's going to say, well, let's see if you get totally into the world and stuff like that. And you might have too, if you didn't have like something beyond rules and regulations. People do, they just go right into the world, because it's, you have to have a more powerful, attractive feature, of the absolute truth. So if you really, like here, we got this the ecstatic worship, that's very attractive, especially for those who really want that, and
I leak it a few times, and I can also tell you a story. I have this feeling that I want to be honest and show my level. So 2 years ago, on the summer, when I found you, I found you in the March 2 years ago, and then was the first summer. I was living in the temple. I had no work at that time. I was alone, and I was listening Srila Gaura Haridas all the time, morning, evening, and during I was playing harmonium, reading the books, and talking to devotees. I was on such a high. Oh my God. It was under the earth, over the earth, above the earth. And there was one morning when after my Diksha mantra and so on, I started to laugh. But I had no control over it, and I couldn't stop. I felt like I will jump out of my body. I didn't feel my body. I was laying down on the ground. The tears were, I couldn't, it was pure, no tears because I couldn't stand it. But it was not tears, emotional or transcendental. I just couldn't stop laughing. And I touched with my consciousness the space a little bit, and after this it happened one more time, not so intensive, but I have to admit I was never brave enough afterwards to get there when I got that time, because it was I don't know, I have the fear to lose this control. This was huge. It was huge.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful.
It just happened to me. It was results of this being here all the time, 24 hours, and wanting this and living only with this. It was results of it. But since then, I'm telling you, I was thinking about this many times, and I felt, oh my God, I have no brave. I am too low to go there,
Yeah, that's just some conditioning, obviously, from and actually it's just trusting, and as you're building trust, gradually you'll get it. I mean, it's a wonderful thing, and I mean, I laugh all the time. Lolita, she laughs. I just let go. I just, whatever, I trust the Lord a lot now. It's taken a while. I trust that this is okay. More than okay.
I trust you, but I just wanted to open myself. I am contaminated a lot, and nothing strange being so much connected and dealing with this world. What I do.
Yeah. Hey, you're a young girl. You know, you're. Are you 30 yet?
In this next Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
And
not even
this-
30. Isn't that amazing, Sachi? Not even 30. And yeah, you're doing just fine there.
But I love Krishna, you know, I love
I
God
know,
and
I
Radha
know. Don't
also,
worry.
and you guys. And sometimes when I listen to you, Guru Maharaj, and you are saying, this is bad, they are material, I am like, no, it's not true, because I have to face this freaking world, but I'm taking my Krishna, you know, everywhere, because I am too fearful to go without him.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was just doing that mainly just people need a little awareness because people in our sangha have been doing things. They've been falling for the lies, and they need to be a little savvy. I mean, I would like them to be, you know, so they stick
This is your
around.
preaching. Sometimes I also know that okay, this is good distinction.
Yeah,
Because
you
we
need.
are
Yeah. I mean, right
forgetting
now
something.
the demons. See, the demons are really the asura. I like that word better. The asuras. The asuras. The asuras are a little more. They're more powerful now, and their weapons are trickery, lies, and deceit. And it's very easy because we're used to obeying authority, and they're in authority positions, and they're not giving full information about anything, and especially about that thing. So, you know, already in our sangha, people have went for it because they believe in their doctors and all that stuff. But the doctors are either lying or they're unaware or they're being paid off or all kinds of stuff, you know. Anyway, yeah, a little savvy. I don't like to get too much into it, but you know, just a little.
But I have a question about Asura. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
When you say Asura, when we think about Asura, can we think about some humans? What defines Asura? Can we think about some Asuras which has very low shit qualities, or we think some energy, dark energy, which
Well, yeah,
cover.
it's dark energy, but it comes through persons. You know, they're like serving that energy, serving that darkness. So it comes out, and you know, actually, I just started reading the Divine and Demoniac Nature. It's very interesting because I was always, you know, like questioning that, like a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of this now, how it plays out practically. Let's see. Let me. Daniel, I'll look at your question. It's just a kind of, it's a little hard to look at it fully right now.
Also, Daniel has been watching since 2011.
Wow, that's a long time.
I'm looking at my notebook and I have him down in 2011.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's amazing. Yeah. So has he been listening like consistently or just back and forth, coming and going?
I'm not sure, but I just know that I have him down from back then.
Yeah. Okay. So Krishna says this is in text 4 of Divine Demoniac Natures. It's kind of interesting. You know what we're dealing with. So arrogance, and this is material arrogance, not spiritual. You know, there's a difference. Arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, ignorance. These qualities belong to those who are a demoniac nature. See, Arjuna was a little bit, he thought, well, am I also got demoniac nature? Because he's a Kshatriya warrior, and he sometimes gets arrogant and proud and, you know, all this. And Krishna says, no, that's not for you. But those who don't have a relationship with Krishna, their qualities like that are mundane. And that's when they're really dangerous. Devotees, the Lord's devotees will also may have qualities manifesting like pride and arrogance, you know, and it's seeming deceit and stuff like that, but it's not. It's to do with Krishna's spiritual potency. See, so the demoniac qualities are the reflection of these purifying qualities. See, this is why this level, what we're preaching here, is such a deep level. It's very rarely preached here because you got to really, you know, teach such a distinction. It's not easy to understand the difference. But if you look at like where I see it play out in the politicians and stuff, you see like say the governor of California or Trudeau or something, and you can see this arrogance and this pride and conceit just coming right out of them, and the lies, the trickery, and the disdain. See, the demons, or the asuras, it's a little better, nicer word. The asuras, they just hate humanity. They have a hate for humanity, and that's why they're always doing things to destroy it, or to use people as like cattle to be exploited. And that's why they deceive and and trick everybody, is because if they found out that these persons don't really care about them, they act like they care about them. You ever heard that saying, wolf in sheep's clothing? See, that's an asura. They're like that. They look really nice. Sometimes really act very nice, and they look really very nice, kind and all that. But inside their heart, it's like Putana. She looked like a beautiful devotee of Vrindavan, and she was coming there. Oh, I want to feed Krishna. But her heart was fierce. See? So, and she had poison, she had, so that's the Asura thing. And it's very powerful now because this is part of the Lord's pastime. What else there, Shema-san? Well, you want to say something?
Yeah, sometimes I also consider and think about those things, and I think why those asuras, or why those people are going so far, why they let themselves do those bad things. And then I think that maybe this bad energy, this dark energy, knows where we are, and how difficult is get out of material world. They feel like there will be no consequences because we are already stuck here, and show must go on. And it goes for so long, so it doesn't matter. They can just play all those ugly roles, So they're not taking responsibility because they don't believe that they can be punished.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't believe in that. They don't believe that they're going to be punished. See, that's the thing. Their motto is "Do as thou wilt." Whatever you want to do. You want to kill somebody, no problem. Do it. That's actually a feather in their cap. It's like the 9/11 thing. That was completely, put on by the government. Yeah, let's kill 5,000 people. There's nothing to them. All the wars are done by, So when the Lord's in a destructive cycle, see, actually, ultimately, it has the sanction of God. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. See, everything does, and so it just that's how basically you get more detached from these things of not. You don't like I don't in my journey. I don't feel any hatred towards demons. I don't feel like it's like they're part of the Lord's work here. I mean, it sounds like it's not a good thing, but it's nothing to do with that. It's part of the way things go, and everybody has a role. I know this is my role. My role is just to worship God intimately and ecstatically because He likes it, and the capability is here, and the purification of everyone is here. When we get together and do this sacrifice like this, it's very powerful. It purifies the whole universe. Go ahead, but
at the end, Krishna sanctioned all those things, but they are stopped to be funny when it took so long, when we are we are like in prison.
Yeah. Well, what to do? Yeah, in prison bodily, but the devotees, the more we transcend these things, you'll be happy even if you're restricted bodily. as long as you get a little exercise and stuff, just see, because my it's like people, oh, we can't go to the restaurant anymore. For me, I never go to restaurant. I don't like to eat food cooked by other people unless it's Janaki or some devotee, I don't, so it didn't bother me not going to restaurants, so or sporting events. I don't care about waste my time watching sports. Or bars, who cares about going to bars, man? BFD, yeah.
Can I share a little bit about prison?
Yeah, go ahead.
My brother was in prison for 5 years. He really shouldn't have been there that long, but he would say sometimes he'd get into a fight and they'd put him in isolation. So he would sit there and he'd say this mantra: the Hare Krishnas are out there, the Hare Krishnas are out there, the Hare Krishnas are out there. And he was basically chanting. And when he got out, people would ask him how it was in prison. And he said, I think it was harder on my family than it was on me. Krishna takes care of everything. He was chanting.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let's see. What does Daniel say? I had stopped meeting with the devotees for a long time. Glad to find you again. Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, so stick around. Every day we do this. Every day we have our, like a couple of times a day. And then our associates also, they're doing classes and stuff. So give friend requests to everybody and stay in the loop. Yeah. See what time it is now. Let's see here. I think it might be 46. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to share, Shama-san?
Just that I'm happy that we talked.
That's good. Me too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. I'm thinking I'm going to end it here now. My voice needs to rest a little bit, and also I want to eat something and different things, and prescribe duties and stretch and charge my batteries and da 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 da. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful people.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, thank you coming on, Shama-san. Do it more often too, if you can.
Yeah, nice
Okay.
to see you, Shama.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Thanks, Tom. You
You
too.
too.
Yeah.
Ciao. Take care. Hare Krishna to
Hare
everybody.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hi to Janaki and everybody else.